Alright, this summer went by fast. I said I'll make a video every single day, and, well, I made 2 videos in the past 3 months. Look how that turned out. Anyways, I'm just gonna do a quick recap of my summer grind, just for future references, mostly for myself. So in like 10 years, I'll be like, hey, when did I learn FFT? And I'll know, oh, it's a 2025 summer. So yeah, here we go. Mostly for coding this summer, I did a 信友队 coding camp, 20 days, and since it's an English video, I'm just gonna refer to it as XYD. XYD is basically the Chinese version of XCamp, and I know a lot of people probably know what that is. However, I do believe that XYD is much more advanced than XCamp. The alumni are more accomplished, and the system is more complete, and the course is more prestigious, and most importantly, is cheaper. So yes, I did 2025 summer training camp. Well, not a summer training camp. I did the summer XYD training camp. Yeah, and I did the 省选, which is basically like difficulty wise, it will be beyond musical platinum. However, that's only algorithm wise. The problems are not that difficult, so I was able to actually be mid par in my class. Out of 15 people class, I was about top 10 usually. Like highest was 6, lowest was 11, so not that bad. And I'm just gonna do a quick recap of all the algorithms I did and all the problems I did first. So first of all, before the class started, just over the summer, I think summer started like May 18th or something, LA Code Sprint, right? So then we had the XYD regular classes. I did some problems and then some other algorithms by myself, such as this one is the XOR linear basis algorithm. This is second code forces contest I've ever did. And yeah, I'll talk about code forces a little bit later because I did improve quite a lot in my score over the past summer in terms of code forces. However, still not very high. And once the XYD camp started, the first algorithm I learned is the Dinic max flow minimum cut algorithm, which is quite standard, but I don't think it'll be used until beyond platinum, so might not help me for gold. So yeah, all of these are minimum flow, max flow, minimum cut, and then we have the minimum cost max flow algorithm, which is very complicated. It's just maximum flow plus Bellman-Ford plus Dijkstra, and you have to use a primal dual algorithm to find the negative edge weight shortest path. So yeah, not great. And then oh yeah, I finally discovered the website of algorithm dual, which in the camp, me and my Chinese friends called it Diao, which is a very inappropriate word in Chinese, but does also kind of sound like dual, so that's what we call it. Yeah, we're very dirty-minded Chinese high schoolers. Yeah, these are more minimum cost max flow algorithms, and then we learn the DSU, disjoint set union, which is not the regular disjoint set union that you would think of when you first say DSU. It's an algorithm in which you always take the smaller side when combining or splitting an algorithm. So you might also know this algorithm as innovative merge, but at this camp they call it DSU. So yeah, whatever. Here are a few more DSU problems. And as you can see, the problems I did over this camp are all purple or even black, and only a few green and a few blue. That's because the difficulty of these algorithms are super high. So on woah, which is the Chinese coding website that I use, they're all ranked very high difficulty. So yeah, even the innovative merge ones. And then after innovative merge, we learned about game theory. Game theory is probably the most important algorithm I learned in this camp because you can actually apply it to gold, but we also learned very complex game theory. Do you know SG function? So yeah. And there was a little drama during the SG function. So I wrote an editorial on woah for an SG function problem. However, since because I add a bunch of comments in my code usually, so all my comments are in English, so I wrote my solution all in English. However, woah is a Chinese website, so I can tell that the people who's in charge of reviewing my editorial before posting it, they kind of got mad at me. They think I'm just showing off my English, so they didn't let it pass the review check because you have to get it reviewed before it can actually be posted on woah. And then they said I have grammar mistakes, and then they completely just dissed all my editorial, says nonsense, and didn't explain the algorithm well at all, even though I had hundreds of lines of comments. They just said it's not good enough. So I wrote an editorial in French for the exact same problem and submitted it on woah. And however, it's still being reviewed, I'm pretty sure that's gonna get that one Guan Liyuan who's been dissing on my editorial because he thinks he's good at English. Well, now here you have it. Okay. Anyways, the drama was not an important part. We also learned about a NIM game, which is a pretty easy part of game theory, but it's like advanced NIM game. Yeah. Wait, hold up. Yeah, this is name game with sort of linear basis. This is regular name game. This is NIM game with other weird stuff. Anyways, yeah, all this is game theory. After game theory, we learned about suffix array or SA. I really want to learn about SAM, suffix array automator. No, suffix automator, but we didn't learn about that in this camp because we didn't have enough time. But suffix array should be enough, according to my teacher, for platinum and beyond. It's not like I'm even gonna get to platinum, but yeah. And then we learned another very useful family of algorithms called counting, combinatorics basically. And yeah, so we learned about binomial inversion, Stalin number, whatever they're called, Stalin number, yeah, whatever that is. And we learned about how to linearly find the value of multiplicative functions using the linear sieve. And then we had another mock contest. Yeah, we had 3 mock contests because we had 3 weeks of this camp. So 1 mock contest after every week. And this is the second mock contest, and I got 6th place. Very good for me. And then we started learning about the blocking algorithm. So if you know the Mohs algorithm, it's basically the same thing, and that's pretty useful for gold, probably, I'm assuming. And then we learned about polynomial technology, fast Fourier transformation, and number theoretic transformation. These stuff are like legendary. I've heard about people learning about those stuff in colleges, and I have friends in Stanford learning about those algorithms. And I don't know how I just learned FFT in literally one day. It took me like all day to write just the template code for FFT, but it was worth it. Now I can finally multiply polynomials and log in complexity. I'm definitely doing a video review over FFT and NTT sometime soon. But, I have a bunch of other stuff on my checklist. After FFT, after polynomial, we also learned about Lagrange interpolation, but I knew that from a while ago, so I didn't even do the problem. I didn't even write it on here. And then we learned about number theory. Yeah, extended Euclid. I finally know extended Euclid. Yeah, been struggling with that for a while. Mobius inversion. Hate that. And extended Chinese remainder theorem and regular Chinese remainder theorem. And those two are just other problems from previous lessons I did just to review. So yeah, here are every single algorithm, every single problem I did over the summer. And now let's get to the other part. The other part of coding that I did over the summer is code forces grind. I didn't actually grind code forces. It's just like I realized maybe I might as well do some contests so my rating is not 800 anymore. So at the start of the summer, my rating was like 500. And then I did a few other contests, and now I am the highest rated specialist in the entire world. I can say that for a fact. Yeah. So as you can see, I did not do very well in most of the contests. The only one that actually did kind of decent was this one. I got a rank of 602. So yeah, that was pretty good. And I had the performance of a Canada master. And I'm pretty sure I'm at peak. Like when I first solved problem D, my performance was master or international master even. But then I started dropping because I couldn't solve E because I was an idiot. E was pretty easy. Anyways, yeah, this is the only contest that did actually decent on. The other ones are all trash. I had a performance score the lowest of 1,100 or something, which is really trash. And the last contest, I even dropped rating. I did not think I was going to drop rating until like masters or something, but that happened. So just have to kind of clutch up, and I think I can probably get a candidate master soon. Hopefully. Yeah, because just not even doing that many code forces, I could have a contest with performance score of candidate master. I could probably get there pretty soon. And also, I just realized that the number 1 ranked person on all of code forces is from Chongqing. Guess who else is from Chongqing? Me. Yeah. Except my location. Oh, wait, shoot. I just showed my location. Does not matter. Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah. So if you do happen to be in Lincoln East High School, You are in luck because I am trying to start a competitive programming club this year. And yeah, if you're a student from Lincoln East High School watching this video, please join my club. Anyways, this is basically what I did for coding over the summer. Now, one last thing before I start yapping to you about some non-coding stuff. So first of all, if you were just wanting to hear about the XYD summer camp and what algorithms you learn in the 升学 level of the XYD summer camp, this is all I have, and you can go ahead and click out of this video. However, there is also one more thing I want to mention about the summer camp before I start yapping about non-coding stuff. As you can see, I already have AOPS ready. Anyways, in the camp, Zhou Kangyang came. Zhou Kangyang is the champion of IOI 2024, and he got the only perfect score. And I got that guy to sign my T-shirt and my notebook. And on my notebook, he signed 祝你 AKIY, which is like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna AKIY one day. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, this is my AOPS account. I'm gonna start yapping to you about some non-coding stuff. This summer, I also did some math. I did class that's 3 hours every day for 8 days or something, learning about some geometry and number theory for AMC. And I also studied pre-calc. So now I skipped pre-calc. I am going to be taking AP calculus this year. That's pretty much what I did for math. I did some tennis, but I'm cooked for tryouts. Like, I'm going to get JV. No, I'm going to get reserve again, for sure. I've been trying to make JV, but looking like with the number of seniors graduating, I'm cooked for tennis. Like, I'm getting reserved. Anyways, I really didn't do that much over the summer now that I'm reviewing over it, and I just really hope I can do more stuff over next summer. Maybe. Who knows?